Now we are going to study about the geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. What is the geometrical meaning? You know already how to write algebraically the formula for any polynomial. If it is a linear polynomial, the general form of a linear polynomial I will just write together. Then if it is a quadratic polynomial, if it is a cubic polynomial, like that we can write the general form of any polynomial. You already know all this. The general form of a linear polynomial is ax plus b. The general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is the coefficient of x term, b is the constant term. In this, a is the coefficient of x squared term, b is the coefficient of x term, and c is the constant term. In cubic polynomial, ax cube plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Now I have written 3 just for an example for you to understand the difference between the algebraic form and the geometrical form. Now this is the algebraic form of writing a linear polynomial, a quadratic polynomial and a cubic polynomial. These are the general forms. Already you know this. Now we are going to see about, I will write the topic for you to understand better. This is the algebraic form. This is the algebraic form. Now we are going to understand the geometrical meaning. Or the geometric form. Geometric form is representing all these polynomials graphically. When you represent them graphically, whenever you draw the polynomial, graph of a linear polynomial, whenever you draw the graph of a linear polynomial, always you will get a straight line. Or if the graphical representation is given and you are asked to identify what type of polynomial it is, whenever you see a straight line, automatically you can say that it is a linear polynomial. Similarly, when you see a parabola, you know what is a parabola? Something looking like U-shaped. It can be upside down also, or something like this, or something like this. All these are parabolas. So this shape is called a parabola. If you see a parabola, that is a curve with one bend, a curve with one bend is called a parabola. Whenever you see a parabolic curve, then automatically you can say that it is the representation of a quadratic polynomial. Whenever you see a curve with two bends, or lesser number of bends also, but it is not a parabola. It should not be a parabola, but if you see a curve like structure, then it is going to be the higher degree of polynomials, that is cubic and above. So based on their geometric form, that is the graphical representation, we are going to decide whether they are linear, quadratic or cubic. Whenever you see a straight line, you can always conclude that it is a linear. When you see a parabolic shape, you can always conclude that it is quadratic. And when you see curve or just not even bends, it is not necessary that it should have only two bends. It can be with one bend also. But it should not be a parabolic curve like this. It can be something like this also. So I will give you one example for this for you to understand better. When you draw the graph of x cube, you will get something like this. When you draw the graph of x cube, y is equal to x cube, that is p of x is equal to x cube. When you can see from the degree, it is clear that it is a cubic polynomial, but when you represent it graphically, this is how it will look. Now you can clearly see that it is not a parabola, it is not a U curve, it is not a U curve, but it is a curve. So linear polynomial, straight line, quadratic polynomial is parabolic curve. Higher level of polynomials are just going to be curves like this with bends. Depending on the zeros, their structure will vary. Suppose if you are going to have a cubic polynomial, which has 3 zeros, you know that a cubic polynomial can have a maximum of 3 zeros. If a cubic polynomial is going to have 3 zeros, then it will be touching the x-axis in 3 distinct points. Okay? Like that, if there is a quadratic polynomial and it is having a maximum of 2 zeros, that is, any quadratic polynomial will have a maximum of 2 zeros. If a quadratic polynomial is going to have 2 zeros, then it will be touching the x-axis in 2 distinct points. This is how it will look. So I hope you understood the geometrical meaning of polynomials. Based on this, we are going to discuss the questions in exercise 2.1.